First of all, thank you for your time. Could you tell us about the Red Hat Summit Connect event you held here?
So we are here today in Istanbul, beautiful Istanbul, because we are attending Red Hat Summit Connect. So Summit Connect is basically who we are as a company, because we are bringing the best of, the ecosystem, the customer community, and the technology together. So I love the Summit Connect, which are, I would say, a series of events that we are taking in major cities all over the globe. In EMEA, we are running 17 Summit Connect. So that's quite huge. And I would say the recipe for success is the same everywhere. Having great customer stories on stage, great support from our ecosystem, and I would say the passion of our Red Hatters for technology and for what we are doing on a daily basis to support our customer journey is really what makes us so special and why these Summit Connect events are so relevant to the market. And this is why we are so successful with more than 1,000 attendees today in Istanbul, because customers and partners are coming here to understand where we are going into the modernization journey and the AI journey, for sure. That's very relevant. But they want to hear customer story. They want to hear how our partners are supporting us. And I think what makes us different is to have these ingredients. And again, this open source approach. I mean, a Red Hat event is very different than any other event. And I think it is thanks to the passion and commitment that we have for open source projects.
How is the open source ecosystem evolving across the EMEA region, and what role does Red Hat play in this transformation?
Sure. So ecosystem plays a vital role within Red Hat and in open source. When we're talking about open source, we are talking about a community, community of developers, but community of partners. Thus, the ecosystem. And I don't know if you can see behind me the large number of partners that we have. And by the way, thanks to those partners for being with us today on the Summit Connect. And as you can see, we have a lot of, I would say, Turkish partners who are really creating this Red Hat open source community, and it's really what makes us different, and we need the partners to help us to do business because they have the relationship with some customers, they have some knowledge as well. So we cannot survive without our ecosystem. They are really part of who we are, and they are bringing a lot of value to us. So I think what is fantastic within the Turkish market is to see the importance of the local ecosystem presence, which is really phenomenal.
In which areas in Red Hat collaborating with open source communities across Europe and the Middle East?
Sure. So I think we have really accelerated the pace of collaboration with different communities, especially thanks to the AI development. So the community is on fire, if I could say so. You name a few of those communities. I mean, I have in mind Llama, but we have many more like DeepSeek or OpenAI or Granite, just to name a few. But I mean, this level of collaboration is really, really I would say, evolving in a very fast way because things are changing on a regular, almost on a daily basis, especially when you talk about AI. It's crazy. I mean, you have to keep up with the level of change. And AI is bringing this volume of news and new ideas, new projects. So more than ever, we need to be connected with those different communities. So this is super important. This helps us to stay relevant, to go faster, and at the end of the day, to bring the right level of service to our customers.
How does Red Hat approach the concept of digital sovereignty, and how does open source contribute to this goal?
Sure. That's like a super hot topic. I've been attending a couple of Summit Connects in Europe, in EMEA. I mean, today in Istanbul, beautiful Istanbul, but I was in Paris, I was in Madrid, in Brussels, and in Rome last week, the same topic, How can we, as a customer, make sure that you, Red Hat, help us to stay, I would say, compliant from a digital sovereignty point of view? That's a key crucial question because it's all about data management and controlling what you have. So you want to make sure that your data, you're in charge of your data. And when you think about it, Red Hat and open source, the open source approach is really about, making sure that we are unlocking everything. That is to say that when you decide to go with Red Hat, with the Red Hat technology, because we are an open source company, we bring the best of the different open source community, and we make them enterprise ready from a security, from a compliance point of view. So to a certain degree, by design, an open source project, an open source solution is digital sovereign compliant because we unlock this data approach. Then it is true that it's a hot topic, and a lot of organizations are scratching their head saying, okay, so what does it mean really to be compliant in terms of digital sovereignty? What are the different risks? Open source is really about unlocking all of these barriers, and it's all about, I would say, transparency, bringing the community together, being able to track what's going on, and at the end of the day, the customer will be in control of the data. So I'm inclined to say that by default, open source is digital sovereign.
What will be Red Hat's key strategic priorities in the EMEA region in the coming period?
Sure. So the top priorities for the next month or next year is AI, definitely. And when I look at the Turkish market, it's fantastic. I mean, we've heard stories from Denizbank, from Turkish Airlines. They are like really ahead of the game when it comes to AI projects. And all the Turkish community should be super proud because the energy, the innovation that we have in the Turkish market is really fantastic. So definitely AI is the number one topic for us, not only in Turkey, but across EMEA and across the globe, if I can say so. Virtualization remains a hot topic as well. A lot of customers are looking at, either modernizing their environment, or some of them are looking for alternatives because they are not happy with the legacy system they have. So they are looking at different options. Virtualization, AI, this remains the hot topics. But Red Hat is a company really supporting and their customers in their journey through digitalization and modernization. So that remains the backbone of who we are.